Is it just fun and games, though, or is this more here? Is it a sign of escapism or even addiction? Early show contributor Dr. Jennifer Hartstein is a child and adolescent psychologist. This kind of, wow, I mean, we hear the mom saying, hey, I get to talk to people online from Korea, and it's great, I would never meet them. But this could actually be really addictive.
It can be really addictive. The same kind of addictive as a lot of other things that people go into treatment for. If it becomes something that you feel like you can't get through your day without doing, that's an addiction. And a lot of these moms, that's the first thing they want to do in the morning and the last thing they want to do at night.
It's wild, too, that these are moms. And I think for a lot of people, that's the, wait a minute here. Because gamers you think of as men or young men or kids, not women in their 30s and 40s, who are, a lot of them, stay-at-home moms.
Right, and they are the ongoing, growing population in this area. And I think one of the reasons that they're doing that is it is escapism, as you mentioned. It's a way for them to tune out of their regular life and do something. It gives them some power. It gives them this ability to kind of be aggressive and be involved in something that's so vastly different from their regular life that they can regulate their mood that way. They can kind of put all their worries on a shelf and not have to think about it.
Okay, is it smart to do that, though?
Well, it's helpful to do that sometimes. It's almost like, digital self-medication. But the fact is that it has to be in moderation.
Okay.
It's when it becomes so big that it's really a problem.
So how do I know that it's a problem?
So there's 4 things you want to think about. First is you have to think, can I stop this? Do I have an inability to stop this? I do it all the time. I can't. You have to watch for that. You want to also think, are you neglecting your relationships? Are you ignoring your kid who's crying because you just have to do that one more thing on Mafia Wars? So you have to watch that. Are you ignoring and are you delaying any of your responsibilities? You're not cleaning the house. You're not doing the laundry.
You're not picking your kids up from school.
Exactly. Grocery shopping. Any of those things, also important. And lastly, are you not really taking care of yourself? Are you not showering because you want to do this instead? Are you not, doing the little things you need to be doing on a day-to-day so that you really can get away from the computer? Because it shows more depression, heavier, more obesity in the people who are sitting in front of the computer all day.
Well, and you mentioned that depression, obesity, and all these things are tied to it. It's interesting because we've heard so many stories about the effect of video games, specifically violent video games, on children.
Right.
What about the effects of a game like this on adults and specifically parents?
Well, it does show that depression can increase in women, obesity can increase in men, but it doesn't really look at how violence deals with adults. So I think that, is it any different than going to a violent movie or watching a violent movie because you're really in a bad mood and you just need that catharsis? I don't know that it's any different. Adults can separate the reality from the fantasy.
Very quickly, some parents invite their kids to play along for bonding. Should you play this game with your children?
Go outside and bond with your kids. Do something that way.
Read a book.
Read a book.
If it's rainy.
Exactly.
I like it. Jen, always good to see you. Thanks.
Thanks, Erica.